Hi, I'm Liz. I go by Stitch by Liz with an underscore over on Instagram, and this is Flosstube number 7. Sure. This is my little corner of YouTube where I talk about cross-stitching, plans, life updates, all that jazz. Today is Saturday the 26th of March 2022. Yeah, it's been a weird couple of weeks. I have had an immense amount of back pain over the past 2 weeks, and I'm on some pretty strong meds at the moment, but I'm in a little bit of pain at the moment, so bear with me. May have some little micro expressions pop up that sort of show I'm in pain, but we'll try to get through this as quick as we can. The meds that they've put me on have affected my asthma as well, so if I do sound a bit weird, that's the reason why. I thought maybe it was the COVID, but I did a rat test this morning and it was negative, so that's fine. The only thing that's really happened over the past 2 weeks, or the only other thing, is Bridgerton season 2 came out yesterday. I watched the whole season. It was incredible, better than season 1. I'm gonna rewatch it. It was just so good, so good. I went into this season with really high expectations because Anthony's book is my favourite in the series, and I was not disappointed. It was so good, so good. Anyway, yeah, that's all I'm gonna go on about. I don't want to spoil anything, but yeah, it was really good. I want to say a huge thank you to a couple of people that shouted me out. The first is Athena at she's Stitching Goddess Designs on YouTube and Athena X Stitches on Instagram. She shouted me out in I think it was episode 48. I don't know, don't hold it to me. Ross and I were watching her Flosstube and we were just absolutely gobsmacked by her shout out. It was so kind and so incredible, and we really appreciated it. It was amazing. I'll have Athena linked down below as well. And the second person that shouted me out was Kanday. She's the 614 Stitcher. And she'd actually come over from Athena's recommendation, and Kanday's shout out was incredible. Like Ross and I were just sitting there with our mouths open like, what is happening right now? But thank you so much to Athena and Kanday. We really appreciate it, and thank you to all the new subscribers that have come from both of them. I really appreciate it. We've had a massive increase over the past couple of weeks, and I really appreciate you liking, subscribing, watching, and all of your comments, especially letting me know where you've come from as well. So I really appreciate it, and thank you again to Athena and Kanday. Before I get into the stitchy stuff, there is something else that I've been doing over the past couple of weeks, and this was inspired by Elizabeth at FrizzyLizzieStitches. She did a video about her bullet journal, and I've been wanting to start a bullet journal for my stitching for a long time. And I just bit the bullet and did it, and I've done a spread for March, and it's pretty basic, but see if this will work. I've got March done. There's going to be another page on the other side of this with a couple of other things I want to include, but it's just, I'm glad I finally bit the bullet and did it because it was so much fun putting it all together. And this is just a bullet journal from Amazon. Wasn't expensive or anything like that, nothing fancy, just a plain black bullet journal, but I finally bit the bullet and did it, and it was so much fun, and I can't wait to do April, because I'm actually doing a virtual retreat in April, so yeah, can't wait to get April's spread done and see how that goes. Now I'll get into the stitching. I do have a new start, but I'm going to show that last because I'm just saying I'm impressed with myself is a bit egotistical, but I'm so pleased with the way it turned out. I haven't finished it yet. It's so close to a finish, and I wanted to finish it before this video. And had I actually not put my stitching down to watch Bridgerton, I probably would have finished it, but I just couldn't look away from the screen. So I'll get into my whips. The first one up is the Cryptid Stitch Along by the Witchy Stitcher. I'll see if I can get a finished photo and put it in. Obviously mine's going to look a little bit different because I'm making some modifications. I put in 605 stitches, and it was simply border. And my border actually matched up, which I am super happy about. I was worried that it wouldn't match up, but it was pretty much all of this, the line of border, and then there's some more up there rolled up that I put in as well. And this is on an 18 count tea dye that I did myself, and just using all the called for DMC threads. I haven't cracked into my Cone of Doom yet. I've still got probably about 10 bobbinated 310s and probably another 10 skeins before I crack into the cone, so we'll see how that goes. Next up, I worked on the the Rainbow Possibility Evolutions, sure, by Heaven and Earth Designs, and I put in a tiny 174 stitches after the last video. Literally, as soon as we finished, I was actually doing this while we were editing. This is stitched on a 22 count ivory by Zweigart, stitched 2 over 1 full cross with the called for DMC. I absolutely love this and I love working on it, but I really need to be in the mood to work on it, and lately I haven't been in the mood to work on it. Obviously there'll be photos of what it looks like when it's finished. Ross will be putting them in. Next up, I worked on what is this called? Talk Murder to Me by the Witchy Stitcher. And this is one of the charts that I'm doing for my sister, because I realized that a lot of the projects that are on my WhipGo board are called for a finish, and if they get called anytime soon, they're nowhere near a finish. So I didn't want to then get stuck with working on like one project for 2 weeks and then popping in to do a Flosstube and I've only worked on one thing. So I thought I'd get some work in on some of my WhipGo goals. So the next few are going to be those ones. So this is Talk Murder to Me by the Witchy Stitcher. And I did the M. The red M. That's all I did. When I worked on it, it was 113 stitches. I was doing this on I think Monday, Tuesday during the week, and work was just so busy and I just couldn't focus on stitching, so didn't really get a lot done, but progress is progress, I suppose. The next thing I worked on was Emotion Bottle by the Witchy Stitcher, and this is on an 18 count white using the called for DMC, and I put in 70 stitches, I think, and it was just 70 stitches of black. I didn't do much. This one's fairly close to a finish. It's not too crazy, but I just wanted to get some progress in on it. This is the other project that's for my sister Steph. She's super into true crime and not sharing her emotions. And that emotion bottle, it literally says, just bottle that shit up, I think. And then it says emotion on the bottle. So super appropriate for her. And she saw it and she loved it, so I'm stitching that for her. The next thing I worked on is A Stitcher Haunts Here, also by the Witchy Stitcher. I had a very Witchy Stitcher week. I'm doing, so there's 2 different versions of this one. There's a more vintagey one, and then there's a really colourful one. I'm doing the really colourful one. Apologies for my voice at the moment. I put in 444 stitches on this one. And this is also on an 18 count white. Surprise, surprise. 444 stitches on this, surprisingly, is quite a bit. So I finished the window, did all the black here, I did the outline of the door and these little like stitches, whatever. They look like actual like sutures. So yeah, got some progress on this. This one's called for a finish as well. So I really need to get a move on this one because there's a lot of stitching. Like that house is full coverage. So I need to get a move on with that one. I'm going to take a drink of water. Give me a sec. All right, next up is Diagon Alley by Country Magic Stitch. I put in 670 stitches, and this is on a 22 count 1/1 full cross. And compared to last time, a lot has been done. So all the brown in the wings, the brown in here, and then I did a lot of the extra blue. I got to the point where I was sick of working on blue and wanted to change, so I decided to pick that light brown and go in and pop those stitches in, and I'm glad I did because it's showing a lot more progress than just the blue. There's still a lot more blue and a lot more background fill in, but I can't wait to get into the detail of the buildings. There's like green comes into here and it's gonna be really cute. The next thing I worked on was Autumn in Stars Hollow by Katie Landis for Black Needle Society. And I want this finished before the Summer in Stars Hollow retreat, which is in June, which I will be doing. I put in, sorry, I'm just looking at my notes. Where is it? 679 stitches. That being said, I had to frog about 200 stitches and restitch them. This is also on a, surprise, surprise, 18 count white. So far I've done just the DMC. The overdyes I'll do once I finish all the DMC and wash the grid out, because I don't want a chance that it'll run. And I'd spoken to a couple of people about what I should do because I've never used overdyes before, and they all recommended to do the DMC first, wash it, and then do the overdyes. So this light brown in here, not light brown, the light grey, I had accidentally stitched in white. Had to unpick it all, restitch it. It's a great time. I was not impressed with myself. But I really like how that turns out. It stitches up really quick as well. I think I only worked on it for a couple of hours and 670 stitches done, so can't complain. My last, well, second last whip, but last whip, is the video game sampler by Screaming Heart Design. And this is a charity chart with a donation to the NAACP. So if you make a donation, send her the proof of donation, she'll send you the chart. If you go onto her Instagram, I'll have that link below as well. She has a highlight where she details all that information. I worked on this for 5 days and I got a whopping 2,304 stitches in 5 days. And I'm hoping you won't be able to see through it because of the black fabric, but this is an 18 count black and you can see through it. Give me a second. Sorry for the noise. That's better. So this is on an 18 count black using the called for DMC. And in the chart she gives you two versions. She gives you the version to be stitched on black, which is this version, and then there's also a version that you can stitch on white, and ignore my bundled up pink thread. I ran out of space when it was in the Q-snap. I've actually hit the bottom of the chart, which is down here. And this is also repeated on the other side, but I just wanted to get the bands done across the top. So yeah, 2,000, 304 stitches in 5 days. Can't complain. I love the way this looks. Like this looks absolutely incredible, and it's so much fun to work on. The only reason I put it down is because I would literally only have one project to show you guys this week if I didn't. So yeah, I'll pick it up again to work on it, but I think I might give it a break, because otherwise I'll get to the point where I just want to work on it till it's finished, and we'll yeah, I'll probably work on nothing else, and I don't want to do that. So words are hard today, guys. All right, my final whip, which is also a new start, is the 3 of Crafts by Night Spirit Studio. We'll put in a photo of what it looks like, because I have changed the colours. So this is charted in 3 shades of red, ecru, and a couple of shades of grey. I saw Night Spirit Studio, Sage at Night Spirit Studio, upload a photo on Instagram of someone that had completed it in blues, shades of blue. And I thought it was incredible. And I've had this design and I've always wanted to stitch it in teal. So as soon as I saw that blue version, I decided I'm gonna try and pick some shades of teal and start it myself. And I did 5 days ago. And I'll just chuck a book behind it, because again, this is on an 18 count black. But this is what it looks like. And I'm so happy with the way this is turning out. Like I don't alter charts at all. I stick to the called for colours. I don't alter anything. And I'm just, wow. Like, this is so cool. So pretty much the whole thing is done, except for this little white lacing stuff. Needs to go all the way around that heart. I think it's only 250 stitches left to go. So fingers crossed this will be done today. And then I'll share the finish in my next video, and I'll post it on Instagram as well. But I'm just so happy with the way the colours have come out and my choice in colours. So I'm just, goes to show you can change colours and the world's not going to end. But yeah, they're my whips, my new start for the past fortnight. I've got some haul and some plans. I'll jump into haul really quickly. I don't really have much. There's probably going to be a glare on this because of it's still in the plastic, but I got the number 4, The Year in the Woods. So the little raccoon, so cute. So I'm on a like automatic thing with 1, 2, 3 stitch. No, a stitch in time in Hobart. So as soon as she gets it in, she posts it out. So I got that. I also ordered, so in my last video I said I'm not going to kit up the Hummingbird Fairy by Bella Filipina anytime soon. Well, bought some beads. So much for not kitting it up anytime soon. They were on sale. So that's the only reason I bought them. They were quite heavily discounted. So I got one of the treasures, which are these tiny little, let me just open it. Oh, where is it now? Here. So I don't even know if you're going to be able to see them, but these tiny, like these tiny treasures, there were only 3 left and I need 3 for the chart. So I got them straight away. And then there's a whole bunch of beads, but these are probably my favorite in the whole set. Like they're just these sort of oil spill iridescent beads. It also calls for some glow in the dark beads, but I haven't been able to find them in Australia, so I'll have to order them from 1, 2, 3 Stitch at some point when I can be bothered. and probably when I'm actually going to start it. Not going to happen anytime soon. And the last little bits I ordered, actually put a story on my Instagram that I had an order come in and I had no idea what it was for. And it took me a while to figure it out, but I ordered some petite treasure braid in snow and a whole bunch of DMCs. Couldn't figure out for the life of me what it was for. And then I realised it was for the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Stitch Along, which came out today. I also ordered some 18 count fabric because, again, it was on sale. And I've actually dyed a piece for the Stitch Along to actually start it. Hopefully it doesn't blow out. Oh no, that's fairly true to colour-ish. No, it's blown out. Sure, it's just a really light teal colour. I don't really use the called for fabric because it's impossibly hard to get in Australia, so I just dye my own colours and hope they turn out roughly the same, and this one has. So I'll be starting that one probably today, depending on how quickly I can get the 3 of crafts finished. And then my plans for the next couple of weeks are just work on my WIPCO. They should be called 27th, so it'll be Monday for us. Tomorrow's the 27th for us, but 27th in the States, so it'll be Monday for us. I'll work on the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Part 1, which is 2 little dolphins and a mermaid. And the final part of the Narnia Stitch Along came out as well, so I'll be finishing that one and then just stitching whatever I want. I'd say the acronym, but I feel like Ross's head might implode. But sweet stitch what I want when I want. He's shaking his head behind the camera. And yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I've got for this week. Do all the YouTubey things, like, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Bye. So clearly we're gonna have to redo that.
Oh yeah, for sure.